Caissie, but I can't. What am I supposed to do?
You're just supposed to live your life, you know?
But
everybody told you to do, if everybody told you to jump off a bridge, Busy, would you jump off it?
I think you know me well enough to know the answer is yes.
I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm doing my best.
Hi, how are you?
Oh, wait, why are you coming out of my computer? Hold on. Oh, yeah, it just, you know how in the Zoom app, not recorder? Ugh.
Yes.
The two things, guys, that you need to make a podcast, both called Zoom, do totally different things. Totally different things.
Yes. A Zoom application that we're all familiar with.
Now we are, yeah. Sure.
Now. And then a Zoom recorder, which is a totally different company and totally different thing. And I'm frankly surprised that
no one's topped it, the Zoom recorder, because I hate it. Sorry, Mr. Zoom, but you made a product that sucks.
There's a new Zoom that I think we have to get you.
Send it to me immediately.
But it's not, it's not foolproof, and bad news, we're fools. So,
speak for yourself. I am alive and thriving over here.
But knock on wood, I mean, we're a lot better than we used to be. Josh, I think you'd agree that, knock on wood, we're a lot better than we used to be about messing up the recordings, the various recordings.
I agree.
Except for I'm not recording the Zoom call.
No. Are you kidding me?
I literally just recorded because
my God, Caissie.
Literally
bragging. Was that a bit?
No, I really wasn't. But it's fine. It's fine.
Oh my God.
It's fine. Because I wasn't recording the backup. Josh, I'm sorry. It's his birthday too. And we're already off on a terrible.
Josh?
Yeah, it's his
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. We love you. I love that people write us messages asking, can Josh do this or what? Josh has been on a lot of other podcasts, but he's never been on our podcast. But people, just because we mention him.
Josh is a character in our lives.
It's true. He is.
In the sitcom.
He's the main character. He's a bird lover. He's a bird dad.
I bet that Josh was super excited about my Flacco the owl sighting hunt. Not a hunt, because we weren't gonna it was a sightseeing hunt.
Yeah. One time
a bird watch.
One time I talked just off microphone, I think, to you about how I had an escaped macaw or something in my backyard, someone's pet macaw. And then later he was like, you should have told me immediately. I would have come and tried to coax that macaw into a cage. And I was like, oh, I should have. He's a bird rescuer.
Oh, wow.
We gave him pillows with likenesses of his 3 pet birds.
Yes, that's right.
On them
we did do that.
for Christmas. But anyway, happy birthday, Josh. Sorry I didn't hit record on the Zoom call right away. How are you? I mean, I know there's lots going on.
There's a lot going on. And I am just going to give you a brief Birdie update, which is just that we took Birdie I took Birdie to the pediatric neurologist today. Yeah. He was wonderful and I love it. And guys, I just want to say this, only women doctors. Only women doctors. That's period for the rest of our lives.
I try to keep it, unless someone comes highly recommended. I don't know.
Always... this is complicated for me because Clark Wang did become
right.
My favorite new doc here. But also, yeah, I don't know. I just feel like I trust women more than I trust men.
I mean, it's remember when we were hiring people for Busy Tonight and we needed a co-executive producer and we were it's got to be like a great woman. And then we met my friend Nelson, and you were like, oh, shoot, he's great.
Yes.
Like you were bummed that he was great. You know,
it was disappointing to me.
Yeah. I mean, listen, so it happens every once in a while. You get a great dude doctor, but like for the most part, I would tend to, just because I feel more comfortable with a woman, like telling her, you know.
Yeah. And I don't want to get into too many details about everything that's happening in my life right now currently.
Yeah, of course.
Except that like Birdie's good. And we're going to they actually, I mean, so many people writing in with what it could be. Thank you so much. It's so nice. It's very kind of you all. Yes, probably one of those things. I mean, I don't know. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
But so we just have to do two different like things, like another
Tests,
brain.
Yeah.
So here's something interesting that I actually learned though.
Yes.
I didn't realize that there are seizures that can just be like, because you fainted, you have a seizure.
Right.
But it doesn't mean you have like a chronic.
Right. It doesn't mean you have seizure disorder.
Yes. Or epilepsy or, you know.
Yeah.
Is that different? Or is epilepsy the only seizure disorder?
I think they just call everything seizure disorder now, but
I don't know. Well, the neurologist to me today said epilepsy.
Oh, so, or it could be one of those things where some people say, I don't really know that much about it. Lincoln's neurologist always used the term seizure disorder. So
I wonder though, if it is two different things. Whatever. The point being,
we'll find out.
We're going to find out. You let us know. We have to do like a couple more tests for Bird. I think the most likely thing is the fact that, you know, because of the Ehlers-Danlos.
Yeah.
And Birdie's got like hyperextension.
Hypermobile. Yeah.
And the neurologist like also pointed it out today in talking about this.
Yeah.
That it's probably, it could be like a valve in her heart that like stretches too much because like how our joints stretch too much.
Yes.
So we'll see though.
We'll see. I mean, it's really, again, like so fascinating how all this stuff is connected and how we're just like how some people are just learning about it. And it does always kind of fascinate me too, like how behind some doctors seem, you know, like sometimes doctors are just like not interested in learning the hip new diseases.
I totally agree with you. It's so weird. Anyway, also though, just to drive home this point a little bit about the ladies and advocating for yourself. And by the way, I like asked the neurologist about Lyme. I asked her, you know, like some of the other things that people have brought up. And she's like, no. Like she wasn't like totally dismissive, but she was just like, she told me like which things it could.
Yeah.
And which things wouldn't cause.
Yeah.
A faint siege.
All right.
Whatever. Anyway.
Yeah.
You have to advocate for yourself because especially I feel like women, obviously we know.
Yes.
Don't get believed. And my friend who's going through my friend who got sick last week has been going to doctors over the last like month and a half, 2 months, and telling them how she felt, and they would like basically tell her to take like some over the counter thing and send her on her way.
Right.
And now instead of like really taking it seriously and like seeing it through.
Yeah.
And even at the ER.
Yeah.
And they had to really like advocate for her to like get another test. And then the other test found that she was really sick.
Right. Nobody should feel like your standard of care is like a crapshoot and like you just have to get lucky to get that one doctor who's like sees something in your case. It would be really great if like it seems like the standard operating procedure is to start off very general and then get more specific as time goes on. But as we know, like time is of the essence in many, many cases. So it'd be so great to start off with like a thorough examination of what could be wrong, pointing, instead of just being like, oh, I'm sure it's just that you're
constipated
or sad or whatever. Just
it's been a hard time. Of course you're exhausted.
Yeah. Yeah. Because here's the thing. Like, I think most people generally, whatever. I don't think most people. I know for me, it takes a lot for me to be like, holy shit, I should go to the doctor for this. Like, it's like I've been feeling this for a little while now. And I know the difference between how I'm feeling when I'm like just tired, and like when something's wrong,
Totally.
And I really did go through it, like trying to get a doctor to help me figure out like something serious that was going on with me. And like, I was really lucky. It was like highly treatable situation. But the thing is, like, the quality of my life turned around about 1,000% after I was treated for it.
Yeah.
And I had gone through years of trying to like get someone to believe that there was something going on with me. And I heard a lot of like, well, you're just like, I mean, basically, like, the upshot is, like, you're lazy or whatever, or, like, you're, like, a little sad, or you're tired because you're a mom, or, you're tired because your job. And I was like, no, I mean, I know what all those feelings are. I know I'm familiar with those feelings. I'm telling you, this is something different. And it really, and, like, again, we were generalizing a little bit about, like, women doctors, but the one that finally fucking listened to me was like a super old guy who was like, I know what this is. I know exactly what it is. And he was right. And I got treated for it, started treatment for it like almost instantly. And he like changed my life 1,000%. And by the way, also was 5 minutes from retiring. So it was so lucky that I got him in the first place. And then he maintained my care after his retirement because he was like, you've been like going through this shit for years. Like, I'm not just going to hand you over to like some new doctor who's going to be like, you're starting back at square one. So like he maintained my care even though he was retired. Bless that man. I mean, we finally had to let him retire,
Yeah.
Like my new doctor. I worked with him for years until I came here to Los Angeles and found my new doctor. And she was like, he's done good work for you. We need to let him rest.
She's like, Caissie, honey, look at me. You got to let him go.
We need to let him retire. Yes. So, I mean, but I finally felt like I was in,
God, that's really funny.
Capable hands. And
Listen, can I tell you something?
Yeah.
I've also had elderly male doctors. It's actually interesting. I wonder if there is a divide since like insurance companies like really took over care in terms of, because I was just thinking about the doctors, like years ago, Dr. Sugarman saved my life.
Yeah.
Because I was, this story, right? The sinus infection thing. And I was flying back to North Carolina, Wilmington, because it was Dawson's Creek was over.
Okay.
And like, it was like the season or the series finale.
Yeah.
And I was so salty because I wasn't written into the series finale.
Rude.
Like the 2-part episode. Like,
are you still salty about it?
I'm actually not anymore.
Oh, that's good.
I know. It does feel good. I mean, to not be salty about it.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it was right that I wasn't in it now that now that I'm older.
Yeah. Now that you have perspective.
And having never watched one complete episode of Dawson's Creek, I think they ended it beautifully.
From what you heard.
From what I heard, people loved my character. She had a lot of energy and added a real needed boost to
breath
season
of fresh
5.
Air.
Now, I see the reason why it was such a breath of fresh air is because I had never seen the show.
Right.
And I didn't start watching it when I was going to go there and do it. I just was like, you know what?
I like your style.
I'm going to just read the part that says Audrey.
Yeah.
And do that. And then anything else that's happening, I don't need to know anything about it.
Yeah. I don't think you're wrong. Obviously, it was a successful turn. But so anyway, this doctor.
Anyway, this was the real start of the sinus thing. So I landed in Wilmington, but I had been flying so much the month previous. And I felt like my head was going to explode. I thought I had like literally a blood clot or something.
God.
Like I was like terrible.
Yeah.
I was 22 at the time. So I went to the ER because I was like in North Carolina. I was just like, there's something definitely very, very wrong with me.
Right.
And they did like a CAT scan of my sinuses or whatever.
Yeah.
And the doctor was like, you have a slight infection. You're fine. Like, you have a slight sinus infection. And I was like, this isn't right. No, I know this isn't. And anyway, I was like, can you do me a favor? Will you just send this to my ENT in Los Angeles, Dr. Sugarman?
Yeah.
And they did.
Yeah.
And I went back. They gave me like some Tylenol. And I like, the fancy Tylenol that you get in the hospital. But that was it.
Yeah.
And I got back to my apartment because I still had my apartment.
Yeah.
There. I think I was in my apartment. I think I was. And Dr. Sugarman called me and he's like, Busy, you are not to get on a plane. You cannot go anywhere. I need you to go back to the hospital. They have to give you a shot of antibiotics right now because I had the sphenoidal sinus infection. And like your sphenoid sinuses are kind of like behind your eyes, kind of.
Yeah.
And people like miss it. Anyway, I had like a massive 100% blockage of my like sphenoid sinuses, which I guess is very dangerous. Anyway, if he hadn't fucking called me, I'm not even kidding you.
Your head would have exploded.
Well, it starts to eat your bone, the infection.
Oh my God.
And then it eats your brain.
Ugh. Dr. Sugarman also saved the life of another friend of ours. I'm not going to tell.
Murphy.
Yeah, I'm not going to tell the whole. No, I'm just going to.
She knows. She's talked about it.
She has talked about it. I was
she
just
did a
going to
podcast
say
with Dr. Sugarman.
I was going to say we should have her on to talk about that at some point. So I wasn't going to tell the whole story. But yeah,
I mean, it's a real. It's actually a crossover episode. We should have Steve Agee co-host because it's a real episode that we would have done on We're No Docs.
Yeah,
We're No Docs. Yeah.
But Dr. Sugar, that's another case of like a doctor going above and beyond and being like, because Morgan thought that there was something wrong with her nose, and it was like, no, it was worse. Dr. Sugarman did not rest until he figured it out. So props to that guy.
But back to doctors, okay?
Yeah.
Like, I wonder if has been in just medicine in general such a, like, if there's been a disparity in terms of like the kind of care you're able to give because of how the health insurance systems like have structured things,
right?
Right. And if that's why like we both are like, we have these old men that, okay, first of all, because there were less women that were allowed that became doctors.
Exactly.
The old guys.
Yeah.
And therefore there are less old women doctors around, I think.
Yes. Oh, of course. Yeah. 100%.
But I'm just saying in terms of like never having like, well, whatever. Maybe it's because they are literally old school and they like see a patient as a person that they are like charged with caring for, as opposed to what I think a lot has happened with insurance companies sort of like taking over everything, that doctors see people as just like a job.
Yeah, and I'm sure that like malpractice probably hampers some physicians, just the way that like testing probably hampers really good teachers from teaching the way that, they see fit. And I mean, I get it. I get why those protections are in place, but also it probably, between insurance and malpractice practices, I'm sure it makes it hard. Yeah, when I was like, I probably have told this before, but when I was a teenager, I worked in a donut shop and it was super, super hot. It was getting on to be summer and I wasn't feeling well. And I guess my two best friends had been like scheming to talk to my mom about that I had lost a lot of weight, like pretty rapidly. And they were like, like, she's not eating? Is she like, is she having like eating disorder issue happening? I didn't. But anyway, I was at work at the donut shop with my two friends. It was hot And I remember that I was not feeling great, and I hadn't been feeling great. And I went to the payphone to call my cousin to see if he could come pick me up to give me a ride home because I didn't feel like I could stay in the donut shop. And because it was hot, I was sweaty, and I reached down the back of my shirt while I was on the phone to like scratch my back, and just felt like I had grapes under my skin. And feeling that made me pass out, just feeling that, because I was like, it freaked me out to the point where I just like, boom, hit the deck. And so I can't even remember who picked me up from the donut shop, but like my mom was called from work and brought me to the ER, blah, 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 blah. And they were just like, just bring her to her pediatrician, like when you get a chance. And I hated my pediatrician because he was a creep-o. Anyone from my hometown that had that pediatrician, everybody hated him. He was a legit creep.
Ew.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, and then there's that.
He really
and that makes me, ew.
And I was like, that's fine with me. If I have to wait a week, like half conscious, it's fine. I don't want to go see that guy. And my mom was like, I'm not waiting. So she called like her family doctor who she'd been seeing since she was a little kid, but he was like he wasn't a pediatric doctor, but he was like, no, I'll take her from the emergency room to my office. It was like 7 p.m. at this point. But like, I don't know that could happen necessarily now, or would happen, that a doctor would be like, I'm going to stop eating dinner with my family and like come to the office and look at your kid. And like, he just ran again, like every test, because like, I think the fear was that like, if you have swollen lymph nodes like that, like it's something bad, Mm-hmm. And so he was like, I can't just like let you sit, so he ran like all of these tests. He got them all rushed. And then was like, here, it's really good news. It's a really bad case of mono. But he told us that within like hours,
That's
like
amazing.
It was no like waiting for 48 hours with my mom, like looking at me balefully, like wondering what was wrong with me. Like he rushed it, and he was like, it's a really bad case of mono. But I know that I've told this before. He was like, so mono like really sucks. You're highly contagious. You're going to have to stay home for a couple of weeks. And then if you get a lot of rest and you take care of yourself, you should be feeling like back to yourself like in like a few months, but might take a year. And I was like, that's so funny. And he was like, I'm really not joking. Like, that's how much mono can mess you up, and you do have a really bad case of it. So, but anyway, that is like a very old school. I don't know. I've never had that experience where a doctor's like, I'm rushing back into my office to help you with your kid. You know what I mean? Like, that's from a bygone era, I think.
I mean, it's weird. I think that what's unfortunate, what's real is that you get the care you pay for.
Right.
Here.
Right. Yeah.
So like now there are these, concierge doctors. Guys, if you don't know what that is, a concierge doctor is a doctor that you pay a yearly fee to.
It's like a country club of medicine.
But for medicine. It's like how there used to be like family practices.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like this is like, I feel like this is like concierge doctors are the new family practices, except like where you used to just go to the doctor and it was like the family practice and you could, now they charge you.
Right.
Just to have that.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
But it's like anywhere from like, I don't know, a couple $100 a year to thousands and thousands and thousands. I heard about this one doctor in LA. I just heard about this from a friend of mine who lots of like celebrities go to, who is now charging a yearly retainer of $150,000.
What?
Yes. For this person to be your concierge doctor.
Oh my God.
Can you like you guys.
Yes, I can believe. I know,
me too, but that's like nuts.
They probably have like 10 patients.
It's insane.
Oh my gosh, that's insane. It's so wild. And then like, listen, I know doctors work really hard. They work so hard to get through medical school. They work really hard doing their residencies. And then when they're practicing, like all of these, insurance, like all this coding and billing and everything, it makes it so hard to treat people, like I'm forever having conversations with doctors about like, oh, we have to see if your insurance will cover this. And, and they're having to be creative on their end too. And it's really, really frustrating to have like some person who's reading codes at an insurance company be like, oh, she doesn't need that. And the doctor's like, well, I'm saying that she does. Like, I mean, I am the person that went through all that medical school. So maybe you could like respect my decision, but we don't.
No, we don't. I mean, obviously we don't. I do want to say I went to see my friend who's in the hospital yesterday, and I was there all day, and I brought 2 giant-ass gift baskets for the nurses.
Oh, that was nice of you.
Highly recommend, guys.
Yeah.
Just always remembering that nurses are the ones that make it all happen in a hospital. Especially, always. But anyway, I brought them all the snacks, and they were good. Really happy about it, Caissie.
Yeah.
And then like hour 6 or 7, I was like, I actually could go for one of those. And like
you took back your own snacks?
No, I did not. But I was like bummed that I didn't like grab a bag of chips from the basket before I delivered it.
Sure.
I wasn't forward thinking.
You had to DoorDash a gift basket to yourself.
Wait, by the way, hilariously, I will say we DoorDashed food.
Yeah.
And that must make being in a hospital a lot better now. I have to say, one thing about all the delivery food services that's a positive. Let's just look for I'm looking for silver linings this week.
Yes.
Caissie.
I know it. I hear you.
So DoorDash, shout out. Uber Eats, shout out to the Grubhubs. When Postmates.
When Grubhub was first invented, I had a friend in the hospital with a really serious injury. Like it was a grievous injury. We were far away, but it was so important to us that I don't think like my friend was out of it, wouldn't have noticed how they were treated at all. But like, it was so important to us that like just their family got to spend a few extra minutes those kind of things. So like, we were like, there's this new thing, Grubhub, let's send pizza to the nurses and just, make sure they know that we're so grateful to all they're doing. And and I remember our friends being like, oh, nobody even knew that you could like send pizzas to a hospital because like Grubhub had literally just been invented. I feel like 7 days before or whatever. So it was a very exciting time. And my friend got better. So that was,
even better.
That's in large part because
due
of
to the
care.
Pizza.
Yeah. No,
due to the pizza.
I was going to say the nurses, but
right. But
they were pizza-powered nurses.
You know what? The pizza helped is all I'm saying. Oh, Sundays with Gina Linetti. That could be like a new TV show. I'm not going to lie.
That totally could. I feel like it was very throwback. It could also be a Broadway musical.
Oh, Sundays with Gina Linetti. Healthy dog food that's easy to store and serve.
It's so easy to serve in my house because
truly.
My dogs are wild for Sunday's dog food. It's an air-dried dog food made from a short list of human-grade ingredients. These dogs are eating better than I am right now.
No, that's not true, Caissie. You are still eating human-grade food, Caissie. But the dogs are eating at the same level as you. Sundays was developed and co-founded by a practicing veterinarian, Dr. Tori. Anyway, Sundays contain 90% meat, 10% vegetables, and 0% synthetic nutrients, which is like what we want. We don't want like a bunch of junk in the stuff that we feed our pets. Because why?
Because we love them.
We love them the most.
And my dogs are sensitive little girls. They have sensitive tummies.
Same with the Gina.
just like me, skin conditions. So
they get itchy.
Yes. So
if they get like a weird thing.
Yes. Sundays is so good for them because it really just doesn't have any of the stuff that irritates them.
Can I tell you what I like?
Yeah, tell me what you like.
Shelf stable. It's shelf stable.
Yes.
I just have it in my pantry.
Yes.
And I don't have to worry about like defrosting or if it's going to be like good or if it's past its expiration date.
Right.
Because I know it's like fresh dog food, but it is zero prep, zero mess, zero stress. I love Sundays so much. Guys, you're going to try it. Your dogs are going to freak out. Gina, occasionally I can like kind of trick Gina into thinking Sundays is just a treat. Like I can use the Sundays dog food as a treat.
Yes.
Which is wild.
And also, I think my dogs, like, it comes in a box that looks like a People cereal box. And I think my dogs are like, we are 100% getting to eat what these people eat. And it's amazing.
I love that for them. I love that for us. Anyway, guys, I want you to try it out. We worked out a special deal for our dog-loving listeners. Get 35% off your first order of Sundays. Go to sundaysfordogs.com/busy or use code busy at checkout. That's sundaysfordogs.com/busy. Upgrade your pup to Sundays and feel good about the food you feed your dog. Athletic Greens.
Classic.
Athletic Greens. Wait. It's going to keep going. Athletic Greens. We love you. Athletic Greens. I've got some stomach problems. I took so many pills and vitamins. I wanted a supplement that tasted great. Wanted to see how it all added up for me. Athletic Greens. AG1 Athletic Greens. Guys.
An entire song they got.
You guys, I nailed it.
You nailed it. Our next partner, in case you didn't know, has a product that we both use literally every day. We started taking Athletic Greens because, as Busy said in her song, she had stomach problems. I was taking a million vitamins and supplements in a million different bottles, and it was my part-time job to open them and dish out the pills. And then along came Athletic Greens and just one little scoop in a cup of water. No more bottles.
And I love the way it tastes.
It tastes good. You say it tastes tropical, right? You think it tastes tropical?
Me? I get tones of pineapple, like fruity. I'm on an island. I'm loving life. I'm living my best life. I'm healthy. My stomach feels great.
It's very fresh tasting. I just associate it with like fresh fruity taste. But I do know what is in it is 75 high quality vitamins, minerals, whole foods, sourced superfoods, probiotics, and adaptogens to help you start your day right. It supports gut health, your nervous system, your immune system, your energy, recovery, focus, and aging. It supports everything. And again, just one little scoop in water. I can also put it in a smoothie.
I love putting it in a smoothie. That's what I do every morning. I actually did it tonight. I did it at 5 p.m.
Oh, good. I'm glad you fit it into your day, even though you've had a really busy day.
Because it's like a good, easy, simple thing that I can do that creates a benefit long term. Anyway, guys, we want you to try it. If you haven't yet, please do. Right now, it's time to claim your health and arm your immune system with convenient daily nutrition, especially heading into cold and flu season. It's one scoop in a cup every day. That's it. No need for a million different pills and supplements to look out for your health. And to make it easy, Athletic Greens is going to give you a free 1-year supply of immune-supporting vitamin D and 5 free travel packs with your first purchase. All you have to do is visit athleticgreens.com/busy. Again, that's athleticgreens.com/busy to take ownership over your health and pick up the ultimate daily nutritional insurance. So wait, and guys, I apologize to you if I sound like I'm not emotionally connecting to any of this right now. I made a decision before we this is like the thing that I do.
Yeah.
That I'm able to do sometimes with trauma, because this has been a very traumatic moment. Is just tell it like a story. So that's what I'm doing right now. Because I just have to. Yeah. Because a lot of things have been brought up. And one thing that Emily, BB, and Michelle and I have been texting about is what I want anyone to bring me if I all of a sudden find myself incapacitated in the hospital. What I need.
Yeah, let me know.
Skincare.
Of course.
I want the full fucking system.
Yeah.
Michelle said, but how am I to know which products? And I said, you will know because you will intuit.
Yeah.
Which products I'm currently using in rotation, and you'll take them, and then I need my skincare.
Sure.
Michelle said that she needs cashmere.
That's a really good point. Yeah, I think that's a good request.
Yeah. So I now am adding that as well.
Okay.
To my list. I need, I don't know if they're advertising this week on the podcast, but for real, I need a Kitsch satin pillowcase.
Oh, sure. For sure.
And, and I need the Kitsch scrunchies, and I need, one more thing from them. What was it? The quick dry hair towel.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Turban. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. What did BB say she needed?
Oh, and I need deodorant.
Oh, yes, obviously.
BB said that because she had that experience.
Yes.
Experience when in Monte Carlo.
Yes.
Many years ago.
She had to get her appendix out, right?
Have I not? I've told this story on the podcast, right?
I think you have, but I think so.
I must have.
Yeah.
But when Emily, it wasn't it was her gallbladder.
Her gallbladder.
And we were traveling to Monaco.
Sure.
For the television festival there. And Emily got very sick, and I thought she was just jet lagged. And then I came back from a party at 6 a.m. where I was dancing on a table with Taye Diggs. And
of course.
Obvi. And Emily was sobbing in a ball. And
oh my God.
I tried to call the doctor, whatever. Anyway, then I had to go do press for Cougar Town. And when I came back, Emily had been taken to the hospital in Monaco and was there.
Oh my God.
And was very sick because she had gallbladder disease that had progressed so far that it was starting to infect her.
Oh God.
Oh, did you not know this part?
I mean, no, I guess not.
It was terrible. It was so fucking terrible. And then Disney was like, okay, you have to go to London. Don't worry. We'll make sure Emily gets back to LA. And I was like, wait, what? And I fully was like, I don't know what to do. She had no family there. I was like, I don't know what to do.
Right.
And was hysterical. And it was nuts. It was nuts. And I had to leave her in the hospital.
Oh my God.
So that I could fly to London and do press. And I remember I was crying to Zachary Levi before we got on the plane. Anyway, it was terrible. But okay, so the hospital in Monaco was fine, except they did keep windows open. There was no air conditioning, and pigeons kept flying in to Emily's room.
That seems unsanitary for a hospital.
This is okay
for a woman with an open wound on her.
But Emily
torso.
She said, I actually remember when I was in Monaco, all I wanted were my own pajamas and face wash.
Interesting. Okay. All right. Yeah, I think that for me, all of the things that you mentioned. Plus dry shampoo is really helpful because sometimes you can't take
That's what I brought to my friend.
A full shower. Also nicer tissues than the ones that they have, even if it's a little pack, because the ones tend to be really rough and you use tissues for lots of things.
This is actually, honestly, this is guys, get out the pen and paper, follow along at home. And let's construct our go bags. Now, your go bag is going to have an
earthquake bag.
Now, welcome to your, in case I find myself fucking in the hospital unexpectedly for an indefinite period of time. I actually think this is super useful information.
Yeah. I'm also going to put a root beer in that bag because
yes,
I'm going to sweet talk my way into being allowed to drink that root beer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see if you'll feel like it. We don't know what's befallen you.
Who knows? I feel like, knowing me, I'm going to feel like it, and I'm going to try to convince a nurse to please just let me drink that root beer.
Okay, here's another thing I need. I need my Giggy. My baby blanket. You know I have my baby blanket.
Yes, I do know you have. Is yours still whole? Is yours still like in one piece, or is it? I don't think my cousin listens to this podcast.
Caissie, don't do it. Don't do it if it's going to get you in trouble.
No, because I think it's so sweet. But he always had a baby blanket, and he carried it around for a long time. Like, it was tattered. And
I had never carried mine anywhere.
Okay, all right.
But I have slept with it literally every night since the night I was born.
There you go. Okay. He carried it around, and he was like, a red-blooded boy. So it went through a lot, that blanket. And like, one time we were at like some family thing.
Caissie, come on.
People were reminiscing about when he used to bring his blanket around.
No.
And kind of like razzing him, but other people were being like it was so sweet and whatever. And in a very vulnerable moment, he took out his wallet and took out what remained of the blanket from his wallet. It was like a little 2x2 shreddy square.
No.
That he still had in his wallet.
Wait, I'm obsessed with that. Also, I did write this. I think this is in my book, that my mom cut a little piece off of my Giggy and sewed it into my wedding dress.
Oh, I love that.
Because she used to tell people that she was going to have to sew my Giggy into my wedding dress when I grew up because I wouldn't give it up.
Oh my gosh, that is so sweet.
I mean, it's funny. It's also like kind of weird that she used to say that to people in front of me when I was a kid, like shaming me about my Giggy usage. But you know what?
I mean,
we love to see it. We love to see a healthy attachment to something in life, even if it's an inanimate object. I guess also you could argue, is it a healthy attachment?
I don't think, well, I hope nobody will mind if I tell this story, but when Eli was little, he used the bottle for a really long time. He loved pacifiers.
Oh my God,
and
same with Cricket.
Really? He loved pacifiers, loved the bottle. The pacifier story is a whole separate story. But I was saying at work, because I was working at the Rosie O'Donnell show, I was just saying in the office, like in the writer's room, I'm kind of worried because I'm trying to get Eli to move to like a sippy cup from the bottle, and he just really loves the bottle. He won't give it up. And Seth Rudetsky, our friend who did the QVC special with us, the best Broadway pianist, Seth Rudetsky, who's also a writer on the Rosie show, was like, oh, you know what? I think that I also used the bottle for a really long time. And he was like, I think if I remember correctly, like, and look at me, I'm fine. And he was like, as a matter of fact, let's call my mom and just ask her about what age I was when I.
Oh my God, that's so funny.
When I got off the bottle.
What? We're going to get into it right now.
Just confirm it. So he calls his mom on speakerphone and he's like, hey, Mom, I'm here with my friend Caissie and she's worried about her baby not getting off the bottle. But I was saying I thought I got off the bottle really late. How old was I when I got off the bottle? And Seth's mom goes, oh, God, Seth, I don't know. And so she yells out to Seth's sisters who are like also in the house. Hey, how old was Seth when he got off the bottle? And Seth's sister replied in 1 second, Seth's off the bottle?
No.
And I never laughed so hard in my life.
Wait, that is actually fucking amazing.
And he was like, well, I mean, so obviously my sister's very funny, and clearly I was on the bottle for a long time. But yeah, healthy attachment to a bottle. Eli doesn't still drink from a bottle. He drinks from a giant jar now.
Which is essentially. I mean, let's also just make no mistake about that shit, guys. Like, everybody in your office knows the guy that always has like the one fucking mug, right?
Yes.
Like, I just know, and I'm like speaking from even just as an actor, like in a workplace. Like, you can see people's attachment, like styles and their anxiety and like how it plays out. And it's all like little kid shit. It's adorable. Makes me feel like, aw. And then also like, aw.
Aw, we're all still the same.
We're just the same. And that's why like the Oscars are so funny, because it's like high school. Like when you look at the audience, and that was a fucking weird Oscars kind of, no?
I didn't really watch it, to be honest. I only watched the clips because I went to see our friend Paul F. Tompkins had a show that night. And our friend Otsko did comedy. And so I was going to see them.
That sounds like a dream.
Yeah, it was his like St. Patrick's Day show. So they were giving like updates a little bit on who had won. But
like, did you need an update? Like, I feel like it was so predictable. Everybody, it was like straight on down the line, all the winners, wasn't it?
Yeah, I don't think there were really any surprises for me.
I was surprised by the color white.
I was surprised by the carpet being champagne.
All right, I got to talk about this for 1 second.
Let's talk about it. Let's get into it.
So, you know, I've worked with Carla Welch like forever. She's the greatest. And I love her so much. And she's always like hooked me the fuck up in dresses and things. And I always look beautiful. Thanks to Carla Welch. But 1 year early on Cougar Town, I like didn't realize I was going to go to an awards to one of the awards with Michelle. And then she was like, wait, you have to. And I was like, but wait, what? And because I was like working on Cougar Town, like Carla and I couldn't do a full fitting or something. And Irene Neworth sent me a dress that was at Saks or Bergdorf's or something. It was super expensive, like very designer label dress.
Yeah.
And she's like, just fucking buy this, wear it. It's going to be gorgeous. And it is actually, it was the Golden Globes, and it's this black dress with polka dots on it.
Oh, yeah, I know the one.
Well, I own the dress because it was like stupidly expensive.
Yeah.
But I was like under the gun and bought this dress, right?
Yeah, sure.
The bottom of it was like basically almost ruined from the red carpet of like, because they're all the same. Like red carpet on the Oscars is the same as the red carpet on the Golden Globe, whatever. Because there was like all this red like carpet stuff, and it like kind of stained the bottom of my dress.
Oh no.
Anyway, I bring this up to say that I was bummed because I owned that dress.
Yeah.
But I have noticed in years past that the bottom of my dress has like been kind of like dyed a little red. You know what I mean?
Oh, interesting.
At the end of like I give the dresses back generally.
Yeah.
But then so then this year they like had already announced that it was going to be a champagne colored carpet, right?
Oh, I did not get that announcement. I was surprised on the day, but
well, I don't know. I'm actually curious if people knew that, because then I was just all of a sudden I'm like, oh, that's why all the designers put them in white. Because they know
they'll be invisible.
They'll be in so that the bottom of their dresses don't get ruined.
Like it's true. It's probably true. But I feel like a white carpet wouldn't stain anyone's dress. But I felt bad for a lot of women that were wearing lighter dresses because I felt like it wasn't as like
impactful.
Well, I'm of two minds. Like a monochromatic, like it did look dreamy. A lot of people looked dreamy, but
literally everyone was wearing white or silver.
Yes. So I think you notice the overall effect more than the dress. Whereas if you'd been on a red carpet or purple or blue or whatever, that you'd notice the dress more than like just the overall effect of the dreaminess of the environment. Does that make sense?
It does. 100%. And I am here for it. I actually agree with you. I think that the champagne carpet may be the reason why stylists and designers decided to all like do white.
Right.
You know?
Because you don't want your client to look heavier than the ground.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like visually,
yes, but
like something
also, like,
light is light, and so you don't want something lighter under something that's visually grounded heavier.
Right.
I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, but I'm just going on my instincts. This is all vibes.
My instinct is literally just that the red carpet would ruin a white dress, and the designers want to get them back in pristine condition so that they can then like put them in archive or whatever.
Yes.
And not have them like fucked up on the bottom. Like,
they were
pink.
like, finally.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Okay. But the red really does make the dresses stick out more.
Yeah. Here's what I say. Green carpet, then you can just green screen in whatever color you want. Whatever is best for the dress. You can just say, Carla Welsh said, put this on a purple carpet, please.
I still have that black and white dress. It's very beautiful.
How high up does the red stain go?
No, that's a great question. I'll go look. I wore it on Busy Tonight. I think. Didn't I?
Did you? You wore your wedding dress on
Yes,
Busy
I know that. Didn't we do a
like an
Golden Globes episode or something? Remember we did that live?
Yeah, we did like a live thing.
Was it? I think I was wearing. Was I wearing that? I think I was wearing that.
I cannot remember. I can't.
I actually think I was. Oh no! Sorry, it's my phone holder.
Who was your favorite? I mean, I know you loved Michelle's dress. She looked like an angel as always. But who wore your favorite dress?
And you know what? She loved that dress and felt good in it. And I could actually tell just by like watching the thing of her, the live feed of her walking and posing. You know, like how they do the thing on whatever where it's like the person walking and posing and then they like, close up, whatever. I could tell that she like really felt good in it. And I was happy for that. And it was so beautiful on her. And I thought her hair and makeup was perfect. It's hard to think of who I liked. I thought Jessica Chastain looked rad. I thought that was a rad dress.
Yeah.
Who's
that lady Thames that she like co-wrote Rihanna's song that she had that big swoop and everybody was laughing. I loved it on the carpet, but everyone's laughing that no one could see behind her.
I actually thought like on the carpet that is very cool.
Yeah.
And then I actually was like, she should have changed for the ceremony. It's weird. Like it's too much. I can't imagine. You're sitting behind a giant cloud.
I know that. Well, people were literally looking around her and it was a little bit like, it was funny. If it was me, I would have been so upset.
Right.
But talk about like, I was just talking about like people who save up all their lives to go to Broadway theater one time. It's kind of like a similar situation. Not exactly, but you know, a similar emotionally important moment for a person.
Sure.
You would think, but
I thought Rihanna looked amazing.
I liked her outfit walking in, her little bucket hat and coat. I like that she just like she was literally walking by people in gowns and she was just like in her street clothes and she looked so cute.
Really? I didn't see that.
Yeah, it was really funny. She got ready there and I was like, good for her.
Okay, my favorite dresses. I loved Selma Hayek's.
Was hers
red?
Red, yeah. That was a really pretty.
I did love Rihanna, the like sheer black like dress.
There was a lot of that like sheer torso midriff.
Lots of
thing.
sheer.
Yeah.
I really loved Kate Hudson's Rodarte dress. Did you see it? It was like silver. It was like very, very silvery.
Yes.
And I thought Mindy Kaling's dresses were cool and Florence Pugh.
Oh, yeah, that's really cool. Mindy Kaling and Olivia Wilde had really there weren't similar dresses, but they had like a similar theme with like these
Black and white.
bell sleeves, but then with like a very revealing like boob tummy area.
Wait, Mindy didn't have bell sleeves. What are you talking about?
No, she did. Wait, are you talking about her gold dress, or are you talking about the Vera Wang with the sheer bodice?
No, yeah, she did. Wait, Mindy Kaling changed again?
Mindy Kaling had a white dress on the red carpet, a black dress.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about.
On stage, and then she had a gold dress.
No,
I think,
she did
after.
not.
Yes,
where?
She did.
What? I need a picture.
Ashley Nicole Black texted me a picture of the gold dress because we were confused because there were so many dresses. But
let me tell you something.
What?
That's too many dresses.
We were not all talking about the same dresses.
There are too many dresses.
That's
too many dresses. Mindy, that's too many dresses.
The white dress.
You have to leave some fucking dresses for the rest of us.
The white dress on the red. The white dress on the red carpet was
they were both Vera Wang.
Yeah, yes. And it was the same as the black dress that she wore on stage. Which
I thought was very cool.
That's very cool.
I did not now know. Also, Vera Wang made my fucking wedding dress, which is
there you go.
Unbelievable. And
Vera Wang also made several items in my closet via Kohl's. But she has a line at Kohl's. But look up Olivia Wilde's dress and see if you can understand.
I know.
Yeah.
I know it.
So I feel like her and Mindy, like their dresses were cousins.
It was black and white.
But also like the bell sleeve thing, which I thought was like really dramatic. And
well, I still haven't. You didn't send me the fucking picture of Mindy in the bell sleeve. So in my head, I'm still going back to black and white.
I'll send it to you.
I mean, listen, Caissie, if she's going to change her dresses that much, I need to be kept up to date.
In the loop.
I need to know. I need to see the pics. I need the receipts.
I'm sending it to you right now.
I thought Michelle looked perfect. Yeah, I did. I really thought Jessica Chastain looked fucking hot. How's Jessica Chastain's hair that long?
I don't know. That's a really good question. It's like long and really beautiful.
Is that all her hair? Oh, you're right. The bell. Sorry. You're right. The bell sleeves. It's like a glove. In my head, had just made it a glove, not a bell sleeve.
Oh,
Mindy in the black and the white.
Yeah.
And I don't know what this gold. No. Wait.
Was the gold for the party after?
I don't think she wore a gold. I think it was just black and white.
No, she did.
Oh, fuck. You're going to have to send it to me. You're going to have to send it to me. I don't believe you.
Mindy Kaling wore 2 dresses at the Oscars.
Mm-hmm.
Then at the Vanity Fair party, she wore a gold dress.
Wait, show me. Where? How is that? I'm not even looking. Wait, I don't see it. Which was different at the Vanity Fair party?
She just must have been exhausted from changing.
I don't even know where she did it. Like, Michelle literally had to like breast pump in like a fucking hallway. Like, how is this bitch getting like a fucking suite to change in? Damn, the gold dress. I see.
The gold dress was beautiful. That was my favorite dress out of the 3, I think. I don't know. But usually you don't have to pick which was your favorite. You just pick your favorite dress from the overall Oscars. You don't pick your favorite dress overall from one person.
Wait, by the way, this is so fucked up. I'm sorry. I'm on a thing. Well, most people applauded Kaling's glamorous after-party attire. Others were concerned to see her looking so slim, several wondering if she's used the diabetes drug Ozempic to do so. Yeah, and so what if she fucking did? Is it any of your fucking business? Shut the fuck up. Who cares? And by the way, if she did use the fucking diabetes drug Ozempic, maybe she's pre-diabetic, bitch. You don't know. You don't fucking know. And she's like allowed to like handle her health however she handles her health. And it's not for fucking you to judge. I'm sorry. I'm so sick of this fucking conversation because it's like when actual healthcare is being ripped out of people's hands left and right in this country.
Right.
And then like every fucking headline is like, celebrities skinny by Ozempic. Well, guess what? Maybe it's a lot fucking better than celebrities skinny by anorexia or bulimia. Like, and also just shut the fuck up because there are 22 states in this country where Walgreens won't sell a fucking pill that is legal.
Right.
Oh my God.
Right.
I'm sorry. I'm so fucking mad.
You're
That
on
just really
a
sent me on a
tear.
tear.
You're
It
on
really
a
sent me
tear.
on a tear. I'm so
Listen,
sorry.
here's what I would like to say. I understand that Ozempic is a diabetes drug. I understand that there is a shortage and it's difficult to get right now. What I will say is that exactly as you said, we don't know what someone's situation is. And so we don't know what that conversation is with their doctor. We don't know anyone's health. Like,
by the way, I also just want to say, and this is without the rules of HIPAA being that I do not have to subscribe by, but I will anyway.
Right.
I know a person who is a thin presenting, as in like smaller sized human.
Right.
That a lay person, just so that no one is like speculating that this is a celebrity.
Right.
I'm
Not
just
a
going to tell you.
celebrity.
It's not, but I'm just using general because I don't want people to know. Anyway, I know a person in life who is a like smaller size person and who is pre-diabetic and takes Mounjaro because they are pre-diabetic because of their like levels in their body.
Exactly. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, there's a comedian, I think, that does a bit about like how when a larger person gets on a plane and like you can, being that person, like I've had people like, like roll their eyes like, she's going to sit next to me or whatever. And like, it's going to be crowded or whatever. That literally happens. And the comedian's bit is like, imagine if everyone had to wear a t-shirt with their cholesterol on it. And we're like, oh my God, I have to sit next to this guy with his 300 cholesterol. Because you just wouldn't know. You'd have to literally wear a t-shirt announcing what your cholesterol is for
or
people.
just like what your general overall health is.
Right. Exactly. So like nobody knows between a person and their doctor. And like, I am sorry that there's a shortage. I'm not saying that sarcastically. Like, I'm sorry there's a shortage. I am sorry that there's a shortage. It sucks. But
I mean, it has to do with the government, but whatever.
These are two different conversations.
And like, but like my point is like, even writing about it, like as all of these publications have been, worried that she may be taking this drug Ozempic. Like, bitch. By the way,
I can help you. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. By the way, last week when I went to the doctor, I was like talking to the new doctor in the office. Went to the doctor because of the stomach bug that I had.
Yeah.
I was talking to the new doctor, like just chatting with him. Like as I like to do. So Mark listened to this podcast about Ozempic that is really fascinating. I can't remember.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Healthcare professionals are excited about it because, like huge if true, like Ozempic could be the best thing to happen for obesity in this country. Since the sugar-free movement in the opposite direction.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like the lie of like what diet culture and all that stuff.
Yeah, there literally hasn't there really hasn't been like a successful intervention for people with bigger bodies. There just hasn't been. So this is like a game changer.
No, but the bigger bodies are like a product of of these industries that have like that lobbied in the government
diet
and
culture
and the industries themselves, like the like focusing on like the changing the way that we eat and like also like manufacturing and processing and like farming and all that shit, right? Like this is like an issue that like has a history, right?
Right.
And Anyway.
Well, I wanted to add a point to what you were saying about like speculating whether or not someone's on Ozempic, whatever, whether they have diabetes or not. Here's the thing is that, and I may have made this point on the podcast before, it bears fucking repeating. You cannot have it both ways. If you are going to comment on the size of someone's body and say, I'm only saying it because I'm worried about your health, I care about you, and that's why I'm saying this incredibly personal, invasive, ill-informed fucking thing that I don't have the authority to speak on, but I feel moved to say it because I'm just so worried about your health, then you can't fucking cry when someone uses a medication to change the thing that you are supposedly so worried is killing them. You can't. You can't have it both ways, trolls. I'm going to say it. You're a fucking troll if you do that. Yeah. You're just a troll. You're a fucking busybody.
You're a busybody.
You're trying to police other people's bodies. And then when there's something that can help people get a handle on it, then it's just like, oh, you're taking a shortcut. You're taking the easy way out. Do you think a person of size at some point in their life hasn't devoted every moment to every day to trying to be smaller in this world? The one thing that can just make it easy to fucking live? Like, I don't mean like live your life in a healthy way. A lot of people are doing just fine at their size. I mean live, not get dirty looks on planes, on buses, be able to buy a fucking pair of pants in the regular store, not have someone click their tongue at you when you order in a restaurant, not have people shout things at you from their car windows when you're out trying to fucking exercise like everyone tells you to do, not have people take creep videos of you in the gym so that they can post on social media about how funny it is. I mean, all of this shit, literally, if you ask any fat person, literally, I guarantee you, they've experienced 9 out of 10 of those things on any regular day. So you can't.
But then to say
ways.
Like, very concerned, would be so upset if I learned that she lost weight using the drug Ozempic. Really? Really? You would be?
Yeah. I mean, like it's like one shot a week. She's not causing the shortage. If she is. And also, like, I don't fucking know. Like, if anyone can afford every other intervention that everyone claims is helpful, a dietitian, a cook, a personal trainer, what have you, if anyone could afford all those things, it's Mindy Kaling. So, like, Occam's razor, I don't know. I'm not assigning anything to her. I don't really care what she's doing. That is literally
she looks fucking happy and like living her life, but it's too many dresses. It's too many dresses.
That was
Honey,
a lot
it's just too many.
It's just
too many dresses.
It led to a lot of confusing conversations.
We had confusion.
We just had confusion.
I'm saying white to black. You've won the night.
Nailed it.
You've won the night. Save that gold dress for next year's Emmys. That's all I'm saying. There's going to be an event next week. Wear the gold dress. Like, there are events pretty consistently in Hollywood, in the world, like where we can get our pictures taken and look beautiful, whatever. She looks great. I love that she feels great.
Yeah.
And the white dress into the black, great. You're done.
You did it.
You did it. And I'm honestly, I'm calling bullshit on the gold. And I'm calling like, honey, show some restraint. Save it for in a 1 month when you're asked to present the thing to the guy for winning the fucking hasty pudding or whatever the fuck. I don't know.
Right.
Euphoria. I need more Euphoria. I've like bought a lot. Like, I need more. You know what I mean? We're talking about me getting fucked. Let's get me fucked, guys. Let's get me more Euphoria.
I was going to say, how appropriate that.
I'm just saying.
Euphoria is a sponsor this
Mom,
week.
I'm sorry. Again, I'm sorry. I apologize.
I mean, listen, moms know how did you get here?
I don't even. It's like, bleh. I can't. But meanwhile, the Awaken Arousal Oil And the sex oil, give it to me now.
Yeah.
I gotta say, in my times where I'm like, how am I gonna get fucked? This has been a perfect partner for me.
Yes.
Euphoria. Because it is what it is. I'm by myself.
Doesn't necessarily
I don't need anyone
require
else.
a partner.
No, I don't need anyone else. And I'm like, yep, that works. Yep, that fucking works. Okay, great. It works. Thanks. Thanks, guys. Thank you.
And here's why it works. Awaken uses CBD and warming sensation-inducing organic botanicals that enhance arousal, sensitivity, pleasure, access to orgasm, and help with any discomfort. Best of all, it just turns you on. And we're here to tell you it works.
Guys, it works for me. And I'm essentially like a person that nothing works for. You know what I mean?
You're a tough customer.
I am, as they say. I'm a fucking tough customer.
A tough fucking customer.
I'm a tough fucking customer. This, by the way, this fucking clit, calloused beyond belief. So rough and tumble and like not interested in your bullshit. And you're like, oh, you've got like a thing that you think is going to soften me up. Good luck to you. And even my clit was like, oh God, I've got 3 sides to me. I'm a like whole sentient being. I'm just saying, guys, if this is not the best fucking ad for Euphoria, I don't know what is. Go get it. If you haven't yet, this is your moment. This is your time. This is your time.
The realest real talk
about this.
The only
time, truly.
You know we've been fans for a long time. We've been encouraging you to get it. Please get it.
I like literally want you to experience the fucking orgasms I've had. All right. So here's how you're going to do it. You can do it with a bottle of Euphoria. Euphoria is offering a special deal for our listeners. Get 20% off your first order by visiting euphoria.wellness.com/best or use code BEST, BEST, at the checkout. That's FORIA wellness.com/best for 20% off your first order. Obviously, I recommend the Awaken Arousal Oil and the Sex Oil. You guys are going to thank us. Hungry Root. I'm sick of dealing with going to the supermarket when it's sleeting in my face. Hungry Root. Is that good?
Yes, I agree. Hungry Root has really been a savior for my family throughout this dark time of weather on the West Coast.
And why is that, Caissie?
Because you've heard about meal plans and things like that. Hungry Root is basically like a meal plan, but also like a grocery service. So you don't just get like the dinners, the great recipes that are super easy to cook. You also get like little snacks and things like that.
I loved taking that quiz.
Oh, yeah. You take a quiz so that Hungry Root can get to know you, your goals, how you like to eat, what flavors you like, what kitchen appliances you use even. They'll keep your needs top of mind and start to help you build your cart.
And I really have like enjoyed my little recipes that I've made.
Yeah,
easy. They're easy.
They're so easy. I've done a lot of meal kits, and Hungry Root's recipes are so easy and so well put together, and they're so tasty. It only takes like 10, 15, 20 minutes tops to throw together like a dinner for your whole family. And that includes fresh produce, high quality meat and seafood. Plus, in your box, you'll get all kinds of pantry staples and healthy snacks and sweets and much, much more.
I love it all. And right now, Hungry Root is offering, Busy Phillips is doing her best listeners 30% off your first delivery and free vegetables for life. All you have to do is go to hungryroot.com/busy to get 30% off your first delivery and your free veggies. That's hungryroot.com/busy. Don't forget to use our link so that they know that we sent you. You know, we need credit, but also you're just going to love it. hungryroot.com/busy. Anyway.
My favorite dresses of the award season, though, have been Quinta Brunson, even though she wasn't at the actual Oscars.
You know, did I tell you I had such a lovely moment with her in the bathroom at the Critics' Choice?
Oh, you did? I don't think you told me
we
that.
really did. We had the loveliest moment, and she was so fucking delightful. And also Cheryl Lee Ralph and Michelle and I had like a really adorable interaction.
That makes me happy.
I know.
Shout out to Quinta's stylist, Brian Javar. I believe I'm pronouncing right. He has made her look like $1 million dollars
amazing.
at
She's
everything.
also like, can I just say I love that she's so petite because like
that's what I was gonna say.
Yes.
Is he makes her presence so big. She's like 4'11".
She's teeny.
She was
so adorable
tiny.
and tiny.
She's so tiny, and she is really lovely. And so, and she used to work right across the street from Busy Tonight at BuzzFeed.
Like, she did. I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's where she got her start at BuzzFeed.
Maybe I did know that.
Maybe you were very busy back in those times, but I love Quinta Brunson. We also had Matt had a really nice moment with her at a holiday party this year where they both talked about how they were servers at the restaurant Friendlies.
Oh, that's nice.
It was very cute.
For some reason, I was really hoping you were about to say Houston's because that is what I want to eat for dinner right now.
That's what you're getting for dinner?
Oh, sounds so good. They don't really deliver here. But whatever. I can go there after this.
You could go
You know
there.
what? I can live my own fucking life.
Yeah. You can go down the street to Houston's. What else? Do you have any other commentary on the Oscars?
I was super excited when Sarah Polley won.
Yeah.
Super excited.
Yeah.
I weirdly felt FOMO.
Did you? Because
I did.
Yeah.
And it was weird. I felt weird that I felt it even because I'm like,
I can imagine.
I don't know. Whatever.
I think everybody that works in the industry, like especially, I don't know. I think people are proud of people that they know. But when people that you know are at a thing that you're not at, like obviously that's FOMO, like the same style that you felt as a teenager when you knew everyone was like at a party that you weren't at.
Yeah.
But I especially would think like as someone who's been there a number of times, like it's weird to see it going on and you're not there. Like,
it was kind of weird. And I like wanted to talk to her about a bunch of things. And I was just like, well, fuck it. I'll just text her. And so I was texting her and I swear to God, as soon as they were over, she like answered in rapid succession. Like all of the things. And was like,
funny.
Oh, B, I really wish you'd been here. And I was like, I know, me too. And it felt really nice. It was really nice that she said that.
Oh, good.
She had a wonderful time with her husband.
Good.
But you know.
Yeah.
She was just like, I wish you'd also been here.
Yeah.
Okay. So, wait, why did I, what did you
You were
ask me?
excited about Sarah Polley winning.
I was so excited about Sarah Polley winning. And then I was like just kind of passively watching.
Yeah.
I wasn't like fully engaged in it at all.
I get that.
But like just because I had like other stuff going on.
You were watching it how the rest of the world watches it.
Yeah. I mean, I was confused about that like adaptive screenplay business, but now I understand it.
Adapted screen. Yeah.
If anything is a sequel.
Yes.
But then
because it's based on existing
I also
characters.
didn't realize that Knives Out came out in the theaters. I thought it was just on some streaming service.
The Glass Onion? The Glass Onion? Yeah,
yes.
yeah. Because they have to put it in theaters for a certain amount of time, I believe, to qualify for an Oscar. So it'll go into like a lot. Sometimes when streamers are putting things into theaters for like the least amount of time possible.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Weird Al Yankovic's movie Weird? Like,
yes.
Like Daniel Radcliffe plays Weird. Like that is on Roku, I believe. And Roku declined to put it in theaters, which they were bummed out because they were feeling like maybe it would have a shot at like, something to get nominated for something. But it will be eligible for Emmys, I believe. But not Oscars. Anyway.
Right.
This is all very inside baseball. But also it's kind of like they should just do away with that rule at this point because it's like theaters like...
What is anything?
And if you're just putting something in a theater for 5 minutes just so it can qualify for an Oscar, then you're just jumping through hoops that like don't mean anything anymore. So like people are watching them at home. Let things that have been seen at home be nominated for Oscars. Like what's the big whoop, you know? Like we're able to change these things. Like I was thinking about like the gendered presentation of the awards. I was like, wouldn't it be so interesting?
I thought they were changing that this year. That's what I thought.
I don't know.
I'm not kidding. Like, I like actually thought that was happening.
Right.
Because it used to be that the previous winner of the opposite, what the fuck ever. You know what they would be better off doing? Extraordinary performance in a comedy, extraordinary performance in a drama, extraordinary performance in a musical.
Right.
Or alternative, I don't know, vibe?
Yeah.
I don't know. Whatever.
This could
you know
be
what I mean? Just like
this could be the mushrooms talking, but I was like just thinking of like so many ways they could freshen it up. And I agree. Like I'm like they, you know, or give out two awards and
break the binary.
Yeah,
today.
just, you know, because people who didn't win awards might have won. You know what I mean? Like 2 women might have won Best Actor. You know what I mean? Or probably would have. Or Best Supporting Actor. Whatever. I was happy for Key that he won for Everything Everywhere All at Once. His speech was beautiful, as predicted, and shouted out Jeff Cohen, which everybody was like excited for me that Jeff Cohen got shouted out.
Yeah, I mean, you are like essentially one step away from a thank you at the Oscars.
Well, you know what I want to say about Jeff Cohen is, yes, that was like my connection. Like I felt like I knew, you know, I'm invested in this guy's career because we share a lawyer and they're friends or whatever. But I just want to say that like why Jeff is so great is because before I feel like his big client was Ryan Coogler from, you know, the Black Panther movies.
Right, which is a lot of money.
Exactly.
Just for like, we might not know his name. Some people don't know his name because he's the director of a franchise. But for a lawyer, that's a big deal.
Yeah. Like he's a client of the law practice. Or was, or who knows. I don't like keep a running tab of who's who. But I just want to say that I feel like I was always treated the same as Ryan Coogler. You know what I mean? Like my little like random, you know, short 5-minute jobs for like the lowest on the cable dial show or whatever. I feel like I was also treated like I was Ryan Coogler. I feel like
that's amazing. I have never felt like I've been treated like anyone more successful than me.
Well, I mean, I think it says a lot about the people that you're working with. And also, here's another thing I want to say about Jeff. I sent him an email just saying, like, I was so happy to hear you be thanked by your friend who's your best friend, who obviously he treated him like he was a star the whole time, too. You know what I mean? Like that they've stayed that close. But also, what I want to say about Jeff is that, like, a million times I've had a friend who just like got tapped really fast to like come right for a show or something. And like you have to be in LA tomorrow from wherever you live, Idaho or whatever. And they've been like, I don't have an agent. I have nobody. Every single time Jeff has been like, shoot me their contract. I'll look it over just to make sure like that they're not getting into anything terrible. And it never mattered to him, like if the person was going to sign on with him to be a client, never mattered. And Molly, who works with him, who's now a partner in the law firm, she started there after I was with Jeff. Same thing. So many times have just been like Molly was at my cookie swap party and she was like just saying to people like, oh yeah, just I'll take a look at that for you. I'll do, you know, just to make sure, because it's scary. It's like a whole new world. Yeah. And there's a lot of unfriendly people in this business, and Jeff is just super friendly and lovely, and like I think that it's so valuable to know a person like that, obviously. Anyway.
I love that.
I was proud of him. I hope that he is proud and feels like he shares in that Oscar too.
Well, let's take it to Jamie Lee's speech. And just this Oscar is all of ours. I felt included, almost. You know what I mean?
Well, it's like Ariana said, she's all of us.
She is fucking my God. All of us.
And then people had a lot to say about Angela Bassett, like looking disappointed instead, when Jamie Lee won. And I'm
Wait,
just
she did? I didn't even see that. I didn't see that.
I think she just looked, she to me just looked neutral, but like, even if she was upset, like it's a very fraught thing. And she might be an actor, but she wasn't on the clock in that moment. And so like, they put the cameras on people because they want to see like how it is. And, I appreciate that.
I do think it was also like the
honesty.
That award, I felt like was sort of like could have been a surprise. I felt like supporting actress could have been a surprise. It often is, as a matter of fact.
It wasn't a given for me that Jamie Lee Curtis was going to win that at all. I agree. I would think that Angela Bassett or Stephanie Hsu would have won.
Wait, but Jamie Lee won the SAG award?
Did she? I don't know.
Yeah.
Did she?
I feel like, I don't know. Anyway, it doesn't matter. The point is.
The point is they're all winners. They're all movie stars, but also like they also all have real feelings and everyone deserves it for various reasons. But like we were just saying, they only give it to one person, but Angela Bassett also deserved to win. And she deserved to have whatever face she wanted to have on.
If I was ever nominated, no poker face. When that person fucking, if I didn't win.
You'd be like rolling your eyes, making
I would just be like, ugh. I'm trying to give you guys the audio equivalent of how big my fucking face is when I'm disappointed. But yeah, I'd be like, with my finger up, like middle finger, just like, fuck you. I mean,
which would be hilarious and give everybody so much to talk about.
I do have to say,
I'd be grateful.
When I won the Critics' Choice Award.
Yeah.
Guys, I won a Critics' Choice Award for Best Supporting Actress in a Comedy for Cougar Town in an untelevised ceremony held in the basement of the Beverly Hills Hotel.
But wait, it was untelevised? It wasn't even on the CW?
It was not on the CW. It was 100% untelevised. I've never seen a video of me winning it or thanking anyone. But here's my recollection of it, which, as we know from my video of me falling down the stairs, means nothing. My recollection of it was that I knew I was 100% completely shocked. Did not think I was going to win at all. And then my only other thought was, as soon as I got on stage, my only thought was like, get the fuck off stage. No one, they need to move the show along. They need to keep moving.
Yeah.
They need to keep moving.
Yeah.
Get off the stage. No one cares. You're not going to nail it. You'll tell people later. Get off the stage.
Yeah.
Am I disappearing? Are you seeing this?
No. Yeah, I'm
Wait.
Are you high?
No. But Caissie, wait, is my video not like fucking glitching?
No, it's fine.
Oh my God, this is really weird. It's glitching on my side. It is actually weird.
Oh, okay. I was wondering if you were glitching to yourself.
I might be glitching in the Matrix. Let me tell you something. God. But I do want to just say my video is glitching, but only on my side, and you look perfect. And that's weird for me.
That's weird. Busy's doing a lot of hand motions to test the glitching.
It's weird.
Well, I'm happy awards season is over.
Oh, me too. Fuck that shit.
Because it's just like, it just causes a lot of traffic in town. It's very weird to be like a few miles away. I did wonder one time I was on a red carpet for, I won't say what award show, but I did.
Why? Say it. Why?
Because
what does it matter?
I found a pill, like a hardcore drug on the red carpet. And so that's what I was thinking of with the champagne carpet. I was like, I wonder if pills show up more or less on that.
And that's why they changed it.
So you wouldn't be able to spot a dropped pill.
You just wouldn't know.
Oh my God. Wait, what else is going on? Lindsay Lohan announced that a baby is coming soon.
Oh, really?
On Instagram.
Oh my God, when? Today?
Yeah. She posted a picture of a onesie.
Really fantastic.
That said coming soon. And
I love that.
When I checked, I was adding my well wishes to the 500,000 people who already had.
Amazing.
I'm sure it'll be up to 1 million by the time we finish. But I thought that was so exciting. Lindsay Lohan continues to be the one celebrity that I can never keep a handle on where she is in life because she has been famous since she was miniature. Since birth. And so I'm always like, is she still 10? Is she a teenager? Is she 20? Is she 30? I can never. And so I do have to say for a second, I was like, oh, Lindsay Lohan.
Teen pregnancy. You're like teen pregnancy.
I just was like, that can't be. Oh, yeah, of course it is. She's like an adult. It's so weird to me.
I was just talking about this with someone else where like sometimes I still do the thing with Taylor Swift where I'm like, but she's a teenager. And they're like, she's 30. You know, like she's 32 years old. Wait, I rejoined Raya.
You did?
I did. I got to up the age though. I got to tell you.
Oh,
I did the recommended from friends of mine, which was 33 to 53.
Yeah.
Okay, sure. 33 is an actual baby human. Like that's a child. That's adorable. And like I don't even want to like that's like not, it's too little.
Okay.
They are babies.
Just babies. Yeah. You don't want that.
I don't think so. But wait, why was the Raya? Why did I bring up that I rejoined Raya? What were we just talking about? Sorry.
We were talking about Lindsay Lohan and Taylor Swift and thinking that she's still a teenager.
Yes. But like it is super fucking weird. One of my Raya conversations was about perpetual ages.
Oh.
And like, you know, I've like long been a very big believer in perpetual ages as being a thing that like keeps you young, sort of.
Yeah.
And I will say that like I feel as though my perpetual age has aged.
Oh,
like
interesting.
Appropriately as I've aged.
Okay.
Because it used to be my perpetual age was 19.
Yeah.
But now I feel like I'm like 32.
Oh, okay. All right.
Do you have a perpetual age?
I feel like I'm very, very, very closely in touch with what it is like to be 16 or 17 years old. Like 15, 16, 17, very closely in touch.
There she is. Yeah.
But I've had ages that I've enjoyed being, but I think that like if I had to pin a perpetual age,
if somebody I'd say, if you were like on drugs, like if you're like on like narcotics and someone's like, how old are you? But you're like fucking out of it. What do you say?
Oh, I would probably say 16.
Yeah. That's right.
Which is weird, but I think I just, and I'm not saying like, because it was fun to be 16. I'm saying like I'm still very, very in touch with and can viscerally remember like everything about being 16, you know?
I do actually. I'm trying to figure out my fucking light because I'm trying to turn on
there's darkness.
It's really dark.
In Busy's
it's really
house.
dark.
It's getting very dark.
Guys, that's
dark. But
by the way,
I feel like
it is very dark here. For just, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I just want to say that, guys.
It's nighttime.
Nighttime.
It's dark here too because it's raining again.
I can't stand the rain.
For real. I was singing that to myself earlier.
Wait, what I wanted to tell you about the Raya thing?
Oh, yeah. Tell me about Raya.
Was that it was like so this wait, hold on. Now I've logged in and now I'm sidetracked by it. Anyway, this guy was like made me think of ages, whatever. But I don't know. Do you also like sometimes I don't understand how this works. I don't want to do this.
Then don't do it.
But Caissie, but I can't. But what am I supposed to do?
You're just supposed to live your life, you know?
But
like everybody told you to do, if everybody told you to jump off a bridge, Busy, would you jump off it?
I think you know me well enough to know the answer is yes.
I know. But I'm just saying, if like every time you go to press a button on that thing, you really don't want to, you really don't have to, you know? You don't have to.
And I know a party though, but also I know it's been I know.
You went to a party.
I went to a party this week. It was, Jenny Connor just gave me good advice.
Yeah.
Yesterday, where she was like, can we just press pause on all of your decisions?
Yeah.
Because I was Googling under eye surgery. And I was asking her who the best guy in LA was, because I already asked my friend who would know in New York who the person in New York was, and they sent it to me. And Jenny was like, honey, I can find out for you, but also can we just press pause? Like, can you let's wait 6 months before we make that call.
Yeah.
And I really appreciated having a friend that was, because my New York friend just sent it right to me. But anyway, my point, my like Raya thing is just like, I don't know. I don't fucking know. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I've never been single? Question mark.
Right. Here's what I want to say about this. This is a thing that fucking trips us up all the time because, and I don't bear any ill will to anyone who's like, join Raya. You got to get out there. You got to do this. You got to do that, because they're doing like what we're conditioned to do, you know, just to like follow this program. Don't deviate from the program, you know? And so that's a reason a lot of people get married, because people are like, I guess that's what you do. Like, I guess that's what people our age who've been together as long as we have. And, you know, I guess that's what we do. And like, you know, I'm sure you've been to more than one wedding where you knew watching the person walk down the aisle, this is a mistake. This is like not what this person or the other person or both of them want to do, but they're just doing it. And it's just like the same thing with like getting back out there or whatever. Like, you are still in a bunch of relationships. You know what I mean? You're in a relationship with your children, and you're in a relationship with your family members, and you're still in this like co-parenting relationship with Mark, and you guys are friends, and you have to process everything. And it's like, that's going to be ongoing. It's going to be work that you're doing for the rest of your life, really, like if we're honest. But you're just at the beginning of it. And so it's taking up a lot of bandwidth, and like, you don't have to get out there. Like, it's
right. Except, and I just want to say this.
Yeah.
Like, you got to get fucked.
Well,
and also it's like, she's only just entered her sex positive era because of trauma at sets.
Yeah.
So then it's like, how the fuck do I get fucked? Like, and I don't mean this, Mom. I'm so sorry, Mom.
Mom,
you know what?
Sorry.
You know what, Mom?
Mrs.
You know what?
Phillips, Barbara.
I deeply apologize about
Sorry.
this. Although I actually think she's going to be like, you know what, Biz? I thought that was a great conversation for you to start with people. You do such important work. Okay. I just am saying.
Okay. It's two different conversations, really. I think like, and I think you can have fun. Like, I think you can meet people and have fun.
How? Someone tell me how. Because guess what I've done my entire fucking life? I think you could meet people and have fun, and 7 years later.
Right.
I'm like fucking SpongeBob. I'm like 4,000 years later.
I think, well, it's really hard. And I mean, like, listen, I'm talking out of my ass because like I'm married
You're
to
literally, you
the
are.
man
Fuck
that
you. I need to go and call your daddy.
that I started dating when I was 18. But I have had a lot of friends in your position. And I just think it's like, it's fucking hard. But I think you just live your life and you're open to.
I swear to God, the like FOMO, the biggest FOMO that I felt on Oscar Sunday was I was like, shit, I could have made out with that guy. Fuck. I could have tried to corner motherfucker, that guy. And like, literally I was like, oh, those are the people that I would like want to make out with right now.
Right.
But like,
right.
again, that's like, obviously everyone wants to make out with like Chris Pine or whatever.
Yeah.
Wait, is that the right one?
Well, he's a good one.
Who cares? Who cares?
He's a good.
Who cares?
Chris Pine
Who
is
cares?
delightful. Chris Evans. Those are my top 2 Chris's.
Oh, no. I can't do the one that went out with Jenny Slate.
All right. Well, that's
Which
fine.
one's that one?
That's Chris Evans.
Great. He's out.
So Chris Pine.
I'm into Pine. I want to get high and I want to. Oh my God, I was so shocked. Some lady on my Instagram was like, you get high, I'm unfollowing. And I was like, ma'am, put the rosé down.
I won't
and like come
it.
over here.
Yeah,
come over here.
Exactly.
Because also, lady, like, come on.
Yeah.
You're fucking high. Let's be real. All right.
This episode is brought to you by BetterHelp. Thanks, BetterHelp.
Thanks, BetterHelp. We love you. Here's what I'm going to say. Guys, therapy got me through some moments in my life.
I would venture to say that practically everybody needs therapy at some point in their life, if not at all times. Yeah.
Right now.
Right now. Yes.
Right now, guys. The good news is, when you have a service like BetterHelp, you can work with a therapist and you can help to get yourself like closer to a point where you feel able to meet things that pop up like daily or anxieties. And there's no downside to it.
Right.
It's truly like the best thing you can do. If you're thinking of giving therapy a try, BetterHelp is a great option.
Yeah, it's convenient, flexible, affordable, entirely online, which is a really big deal for me because I have a great deal of anxiety surrounding making appointments and showing up in person. So the fact that I can just do it on my phone is a huge plus. You just fill out a brief questionnaire, you get matched with a licensed therapist. And
I like that you can switch therapists if you don't connect with the therapist. You know what I mean?
No additional charge. They make it really easy for you. And that's a big deal because, you know, choosing a therapist is very personal and BetterHelp wants to get it right.
100%. So if you are like thinking of giving therapy a try BetterHelp. It's a great option. And if you want to live a more empowered life, therapy can really get you there. So visit betterhelp.com/busy today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/busy. We love you, Helix. Oh, yes, we do. We love you, Helix. Our love is true. When we're not sleeping on you, we're blue. Oh, Helix. We love Helix. You're the best, Helix. I love you.
Oh my gosh. We have been talking about Helix for a really long time now because Helix is a very important character in our lives.
She's been there for us in many moments of our lives. But the truth is, where Helix really shows up is every night before bed.
Yeah, it's true.
Because in bed, Helix is like, hey, I'm here. I'm under you.
I got you, girl.
Girl, remember how you were like, oh, so sad when you had that other mattress and then I showed up and you were like, oop, I can sleep now. That's me. Helix Sleep is a premium mattress brand that provides tailored mattresses based on your unique sleep preferences. They have 14 different unique mattresses, including a collection of luxury models, a mattress for big and tall folks, and even a mattress just for children.
And so, of course, the best way to figure out which mattress is for you is what we love, a quiz. You go online, you take a quiz, you wind up with the perfect mattress for you.
Give me that quiz. Because you know what that quiz did for me?
It got you your ideal soulmate mattress.
I love it. I love it so much.
The quiz takes under 2 minutes, and then your personalized mattress is shipped straight to your door, free of charge.
I mean, if your spine needs a little TLC, they got you. Every Helix mattress has a hybrid design combining individually wrapped steel coils in the base with premium foam layers on top. It's a perfect combination of comfort and support.
Yeah.
Guys, we love it so much.
I can't even tell you like what a life changer is. If you haven't switched out your mattress in a long time, it's such a good investment in your health. And you're not meant to have like the same mattress forever and ever.
Which is like actually where I was in trouble because I thought I actually was like, I bought a mattress when I got married.
When I turned 20.
Guys, I was a little bit older. I was like, no, I got a mattress. We're good. But then like taking the quiz and changing it out, and it's incredible.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to encourage you to try it out. Don't take our word for it. Helix is offering up to 20% off all mattress orders and 2 free pillows for our listeners only. Go to helixsleep.com/best. This is their best offer yet. It's not going to last long, guys. With Helix, better sleep starts now. Go to helix.com/best.
Well, maybe just try making out with like a normie.
No, I mean, I can't. How do you meet them unless on a fucking website, dude? Oh, because I went to a fucking party where I should have. Sorry, I'm just going to interrupt you because I keep interrupting myself. Because I went to a fucking party on Saturday night and was like, that was the part. If there was ever a party where I would like meet a person and just like ring to whatever, that was it. And guess what? It's insanely impossible. I ended up talking to 2 moms about children and DBT, and I was in a fucking corner. That's who I am. So unless I'm like, you know what I mean? I was in a corner talking to these like fucking lovely mothers.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying she's not going to the fucking house party in Brooklyn that all the connections are being made and making the connections. She's in a corner talking about Child Mind Institute and DBT therapy and teenagers.
Well, you got to stop doing that.
No. But I can't when I'm in like a person-to-person situation.
Right.
So that's why I feel like the apps are my only hope.
I feel like here's what I envision for you. Someone that works in the restaurant industry.
I mean, girl,
give bartender,
me a chef. Let me tell you something. The best conversation I've had on Raya in the entire 5 days that I've been on it.
Yeah.
Total.
Yeah.
Was with a chef. And then he's married happily, but they have an open marriage. Okay, sir. Is that cool?
Well, you did say you just wanted to have sex.
But fuck that. I can't do that. I can't do that. I'm not interested. I'm not interested in like being a third. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I would like if he was like single and was like, I'm DTF, right? Is that what they say?
Yes. Is that what the people at Jersey Shore say? Yes. The people
Is that what they said on Jersey Shore 13 years ago? Okay. Just checking. Anyway, no, like if you've been like, I'm like, whatever. I don't want to fuck with some married guy who's trying out an open relationship because they have a child under 3. You know
don't
what I mean?
Want that.
Like,
you're right. You're right. You don't want that. But don't let that sour you. On a restaurant professional, you love food, you love drinks. You would have a lot to talk about.
Where's my fucking bro? What's his name? The chef. Bobby Flay.
Oh.
Should I just fuck Bobby Flay? Does he have a girlfriend right now? I have no idea.
Oh.
Let's look it up. Let's look it up.
Didn't they break up and then she hired a plane to fly over that said like cheater or something?
If that's true, huge if true. Huge if true. Honestly,
we might have to cut all this out too, but
not only huge if true, but also I fucking love it. It's on par with fucking Lana Del Rey hiring one billboard in the entire country for her new album, and it's like in front of her ex-boyfriend's house.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a kind of petty, like when people say like, that's the petty I aspire to. Like the petty I aspire to is Lana Del Rey hiring, like buying out the one billboard that's like it on the street that her ex-boyfriend has to drive on to get to his home for her new album. Like that's all I want in life is like that level of fucking petty. And then you know what? I get there and I don't do it. I don't follow.
Oh my God. Well, I think you just have to meet people in like a real life situation in the course. I feel like Raya is like, I don't know. Something about it doesn't feel right to you, right?
It's just like, gah.
Because it's like an assignment.
But
you know
yes.
what everyone's there for. You know what I mean? And so, I don't know. I feel like if it doesn't feel right, I feel like you have to have a genuine connection with someone. Even if you just want to have sex with them, I still feel like you are not going to do that with someone that you don't feel like you can have a conversation or a friendship with. And so.
Listen to me. I want to ask you a question morally.
Yeah.
I've been thinking a lot about philosophy and morals.
Yeah.
I've been thinking about watching the end of The Good Place again.
Yeah.
I really liked that show.
Yeah.
Okay, so philosophy and morals. First of all, the end of The Last of Us, and I'm not going to like ruin it.
Right.
But it's the trolley
Yeah.
theory, right?
yeah,
or
yeah.
experiment or whatever.
Yeah.
What is that called?
Yes.
The trolley problem.
Yeah. The trolley problem.
Yeah, it's the trolley problem. And I say, with the trolley problem, the trolley problem is flawed because is it someone you're in love with or someone you're not in love with?
Right. Right.
Right?
Or that you love. Or,
Well,
yeah.
in love with, like, yes, love. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Or even know. Like that would even correct
Oof.
the problem.
Oof. Yeah.
Because how you know them would affect your decision.
Oof. That actually, anything, any piece of that, right?
Right.
Like how you, yes, if
Right.
they're real to you.
Yeah. And so the trolley problem is like if a trolley was headed toward a group of people on the tracks.
It's a track that splits into two.
Yes.
On one side, one person will be killed. On the other side, 4 people will be killed.
Right.
You
Well,
control the
have
lever.
you would have to throw the switch to choose to kill one person instead of a group of people. Would you
Right.
be able to do it?
Would you do it? And
Or
I
would you
say,
let, like fate, would you let the trolley continue on in the way that it was, knowing that it would not be for the greater good?
Right. It's going to go kill the 4 people. Here's what I'm going to say. I don't fucking know. How do you
Right.
know? Unless you're there.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
That's the truth. I think that's the truth. I think people think they know. They have no idea. Like the real world.
Yeah.
You know, the TV
Yeah.
show that was on MTV.
Yeah.
You think you know, but you have no idea.
Well, that's why when you introduce all these other, do you know the single person? Do you love the single person? Do you not like the single person? You know what I mean? Like, I've been watching Snowfall.
Wait, you weren't the person that told me to watch it, right?
Yes, probably.
Were you
Maybe.
on this podcast?
Maybe.
Were you?
I've been watching it for a little while.
I know, but somebody specifically was like, I really think you should watch Snowfall. I think you would really like it.
Yeah. I didn't mention it on the podcast. I think I mentioned it when we were just talking on the phone. But it's as near to a perfectly told story that I think I've ever seen. It's really, really well told, but a lot of these same questions come up. And like, it really gets you in the mind of like, if I was a drug dealer, like, because these choices, you know, come up in this story. Like, this person's my friend and we've been friends for life, but he betrayed me. And so, you know, I mean, not that I'd ever be a drug dealer, but there's so many times when I'm like, Matt and I are watching it and he's like, oh my God, I can't believe that guy got killed. And I'm like, he didn't leave them any choice, you know? I'm like, that's the game. You know, that's what they always call it. Like, I've been in the game for so many years. And in terms of like a story, you know, it's really, really well told, and it explores like all of these social implications. Anyway, highly recommend it. It's a really, really well told show that I think kind of flew under the radar. But anyway, there's a trolley problem every week on that show where I'm like, he had to.
I do wonder if like, it's not the mushroom stalking because I'm not on them, but I do wonder if life is a trolley problem.
Yeah, probably. Because, and this is what we talk about all the time with like, you know, these legislations that are harming people. And we're like, why can't you believe someone's lived experience? And why can't you believe a gay person or a trans person's lived experience? Why can't you believe a woman's lived experience when she's telling you that this is what she needs to exist in the world? And all of these people who never have had those experiences are like making these calls and these judgments on like what people need and deserve to live, right? And it's because they've never lived it, you know? So it's a trolley problem over and over. They're throwing a switch. They're throwing the switch actually to like run over the bigger group of people. You know what I mean? Like, they're like, that's my choice to mow down this many people. And I feel like they deserve it because they're on the tracks or whatever, you know?
Because they didn't know to get off.
Right. And so I really hate it when I don't hate it. I'm glad that they do when somebody comes around who's like, oh, I was always anti-gay, but then it turns out that like my child is gay and now I understand. And I'm like, well, good, but it's like too little too late for all the fucking people that you tortured over the years until you came around because you had a personal experience where it finally
connection, right?
Fucking touched your life, you know, but that is like a really accurate depiction of like how selfish we all are, you know? Like, I mean, we saw it a lot with the pandemic where people were like, I am following all the rules. I only just like went to 4 parties this week and like on a couple of dates and also like went to the mall and didn't wear a mask like at the height of COVID, you know? And then they're like, I don't know what happened. I don't know how I got COVID, you know? And you're like, well, I mean, not to kick you when you're down, but like you thought that you were exceptional to what everybody was telling you. But now you're personally experiencing what everyone else told you was happening. And so now you believe it.
Right.
And, you know, but that's how we are. Like, just humanly, like, that's how we are. You know, people are like, well, the college entrance scandal, the Operation Varsity Blues or whatever, like, people didn't care that they were squeezing out.
I was just talking about that.
They didn't care that they were squeezing out other kids that deserved to be there. They just cared that their kids were getting in.
Right.
You know? So it's, and like, I don't think these are like, they're not fictitious drug dealers on a very violent but enjoyable show. But it was a crime and they all just literally were like, I'll do a crime to get my kid into a school. And like, these are like beloved people that we.
But I don't know. It's so weird for me. I don't get it.
You don't get it?
Do you?
I mean,
I don't. You don't. I mean, honestly, you don't.
I feel like I can always see how someone could get mixed up in the shit that they get mixed up in. Yeah, but you can't. But I wouldn't do it. You know? Like, I was going to even say, like, the trolley problem for me is, like, I might even still run down the one person that I knew
Okay, do you want to know my trolley problem? Because I had it
Yes.
already.
Yeah.
It was that like during COVID when the vaccines first came out and I had like heard about this place that I could like lie and go get it. And I didn't do it.
Right. Right.
And everybody was like, it's super fucking easy. You can just lie and do it. And no one asks you.
Yeah.
And I knew a bunch of people who fucking did it. And I didn't do it. That's my trolley problem. I didn't think about it being that at the time. I wasn't like, this makes me a good person.
Right.
I just was like, oh, no. That feels so fucking gross. I can't. I won't. I can't.
Matt did the same exact thing. Like vaccines became available for people that worked on production, like worked in productions.
No, it was
in LA?
Not productions. It was what was it called? Necessary jobs or whatever it was.
Oh, no, he always was a quote unquote essential worker.
Essential.
But there was a thing in LA where they set up a clinic to vaccinate people that worked in production so that they could get back to work.
Okay, sorry. I'm confused. But I thought the production one, that one that they did in LA was for essential workers. And then they just included production workers.
It was something like that. But anyway, like people that worked in retail weren't included in it. But everyone was like, your husband is working in this store like every day. He should like just go and say, yes, I'm like a key grip or whatever. And he wouldn't do it. He wouldn't do it. And he just was like, this is the rules that they set up. And, you know, he just
now we're going to get into an argument because I do feel a little bit like the rules between like people that are at risk health wise and like a key grip going back to production so they can make another season of like some fucking season 7 of like a crime show. Like, fuck that. Like, then I'm like, I would have skipped the line. If I'm Matt, I'm skipping the line.
This is what I'm saying, but that's just like him. I mean, Matt's almost been kicked out of our tax office before for giggling too much about like the deductions. Like he can't believe that we get to like deduct, you know, cable TV or whatever, you know. But I'm like, that's my job. So like that's a deduction that I can take. And to him, he just thinks it's like so weird and he's honest to a fault. So in that case, he just was like, it's going to come up soon. I'm going to be able to get the vaccine soon. And like, you know, so it'll just be like a couple more weeks that I have to hang on. So yeah, he wouldn't do it. But I just remember so many people were texting me being like, your husband has to go to this vaccine clinic. They'll let him go. And he was like, no. And I was just like, you know, and then at the time I was like, thanks, everyone. He just wants to die, I guess. Like, you know, which thank God, knock on wood, he did not. But anyway, yeah, it's trolley problems everywhere. Problems everywhere.
Honestly, this is all a trolley problem.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's put it on a shirt. Guys, we're going to put it on a shirt. This is all a trolley problem. Anyway.
What was you said you had like a moral question or a philosophical question. What was it?
Well, now I don't know. I don't remember now.
You don't did you forget it or you
I totally forgot it. Totally forgot it.
You were like stealing. Is it wrong?
No, I can't remember though because this tangent's been too long.
Oh my goodness. I haven't eaten. I'm
exhausted.
You have to go to Houston's. Yeah, what's going on? Like you're starting to shoot Girls 5 Eva.
Mm-hmm.
You had a fitting today, a wardrobe fitting.
I did. It was many hours. It was so good and fun and insane clothing awaits us. But yeah, I'm just tired and I feel really weird because of everything that's going on in my life and with my friend getting sick in the way that she has.
Yeah.
And I traveled to see her yesterday and then I came back and then I was having like glitching in the matrix where I was like editing in my brain while I was driving back and I was not stoned or anything.
Yeah.
But just like driving and it started sleeting, snowing. And then I heard, I'm a big fan, Caissie. And like, then like this like Bette Midler thing of her like driving in the rain. And then I was like, beaches. And I'm like, this can't be beaches. This is fucking stupid. Don't make this beaches. I don't want it to be beaches. I know I've always said I'm Bette Midler, but this isn't right. And then I was just like I was in a like cyclone. I was in a spiral of anxiety and also very aware that it was sleeting. And I was like, you have to stop this fucking spiral, babe, because it's sleeting and you got to pay attention to driving.
Yeah.
This is all sober, but grief is like the biggest drug you can take, I think.
Yeah. You're probably right. Yeah. I mean,
so, do you want to put that on a t-shirt? Grief is the hardest drug you can take.
Yeah. I mean, and here's the thing. No one can tell you to get off it either, really.
No one can tell you how to get off it either.
Yeah. Everybody is supportive, but you can really lose yourself in grief the way that you do in a drug. You can really drive off the road, spiraling about beaches.
Yes, totally. I mean, I didn't drive off the road. I was fine. I was driving straight. I just was having like a very cinematic telling of my own moment. Like, and then I was like, snap the fuck out of it. Like, what are you doing?
I have to tell Bette Midler about this. She'll hate it.
Honestly, Caissie, literally no one hates it more than me. I'm not kidding.
She would hate it almost as much as you. I think she would hate to think that that's what you were thinking as you were trying to survive driving down a sleety road.
Drive safe, Caissie. I'm a big fan.
Oh my gosh. Well, what are you doing your best at this week?
Giving my own self grace.
Yeah.
There you go. That's it.
How's it going?
It's okay. I'm okay about it.
Yeah.
I've recognized like I've been behaving in some fucking weird ass, not great behavior coping wise.
Yeah.
And like allowing just a bunch of bullshit that I don't need, but like I don't have the bandwidth in this moment. And I think it's actually incredible that I like recognize that I don't have the bandwidth. So I'm not like deciding that this is the moment also, in addition to everything else, that I'm going to have like a hard conversation with someone.
Right.
Or I'm going to like lay down a new law, or I'm going to stop something like completely or whatever.
Well,
that's weed, guys. The last one was just weed. Like,
that's
you know
really
what I mean?
Smart.
Like,
Jen
I just
Connor
am like,
would be proud of you.
Yeah, I'm just giving myself a little bit of grace in that. Like, I am able to acknowledge how I'm handling what is directly in my lane.
Yeah.
And then the other things that are like definitely blinking on the dashboard and need attention can just hold for one fucking week.
Just pause on it.
Just a pause while we make it through this week.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, that's
what are you doing your best at?
I mean, listen, I've been trying to eat oatmeal every day.
I love oatmeal so much, Caissie.
To make
it's my new favorite thing.
I love oatmeal too, and I think there's a big difference between overnight oats and oats that you cook.
I like oats that you cook.
That's what I prefer too. They taste better. Matt has made me oatmeal every morning because like he makes me coffee every morning. I'm so spoiled. And so he just added oatmeal to the tasks. This morning, my oatmeal had a rock in it. And I feel like it was a real metaphor. It was a real metaphor for a way you don't want to start the day, by biting into a rock. How does a rock even get in your fucking oatmeal?
Well, because of grains and farming.
I mean, I guess.
And then a silo. And then many, 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 many steps. And so actually what we should look at is that rock is a fucking sign.
It's like a miracle.
It's a miracle. That rock is a goddamn miracle. Because that it made it to you, that rock. That rock is nothing but blessings. Nothing but fucking blessings, Caissie.
It aspired to be an oat and it made it. It made it. It was everybody was like, you can't be in fucking.
It didn't
oatmeal.
even know what it aspired to be, but it
You're a
didn't want to be
rock.
trash. It didn't want to be trash, and that's what all of its rock friends ended up fucking trash.
That is an excellent reframing of finding a rock in my oatmeal. Like that rock
I
did
love it for you. I actually love it for you. Like, I feel more positive about that than anything else that I've heard this week. I gotta be honest. I gotta be fucking honest.
That rock rose above its station as a little rock.
She was like, I am not fucking around. I'm making it into the package. I'm making it into the mug. And then that water's going to hit me and I'm going to remain my shape.
And this woman is going to bite
This
down
lady
really
is going to bite me so hard. And I am staying tough. And she's a survivor. I love her. Oh my God. She is all of us, like Jamie Lee Curtis.
So I've been doing my best, and I will try to go back to trusting oatmeal tomorrow.
I do love that she's like the Jamie Lee Curtis.
Forget shit yogurt. This little rock
She is the rock in your oatmeal, and I love her so much. Fuck me.
She's all of us.
She is all of us. She is persisting.
Oh
my God, my
gosh.
neighbor downstairs is going to complain again. I'm too loud.
Well, listen, Busy, I hope that you meet a nice bartender this week. Should we wrap it up so that Busy can go get some Houston's? Oh, by the way, guess what I had yesterday? Giant Jersey Mike's.
Oh, you did?
Mm-hmm.
And?
It was delicious. It's perfect every time. Consistently great.
Fucking great, even when you burp it up. Guys, this week's episode, again, not brought to you by Jersey Mike's. They're actively asking us to stop talking about them. They're like, ma'am, I'm going to pay you $250,000 to shut the fuck up and never mention our name again. And I get it, Jersey. I get it. But you know what? I got to speak my truth.
The point remains.
The point remains. We got to speak our truths.
That's what happened, and we still love you. Even if you don't love us for it.
You don't have to.
Oh, my gosh.
All right, we'll have a happy St. Patty's Day.
Oh, yes. Yeah. If you celebrate or...
Who celebrates? What the fuck is it? We don't even know.
I don't know. All I know is New York City, man. Be careful out there.
Oh, is that shit going to go off?
I mean, yeah, you're gonna be sidestepping a lot of vomit if it's the same New York City that I know and love.
I think this New York City is a New York City no one knows and loves yet. But it's one that we're all looking forward to meeting. So we'll see what happens.
All right, guys, we love you, and we'll talk to you next week.
Oh, we love you so much. Bye.
Bye.
I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm doing my best.
Oh, no.